Hello and welcome to Geek at Play Studio Tutorials. And build a realistic terrain. This is one point. It's hard job, but other ones also it's applied to properly materials or ecosystem. So let's look a couple ways we can work with the ecosystem distribution and how it can interact with terrain. Let's create first terrain. And by default, if you notice right here, we have it. Okay, let me zoom out. The squares, and each square it's approximately 10 meters by 10 meters in my settings. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my terrain, move it, and just scale so it will be a little bit bigger size. In some cases, you will notice your terrain maybe some different scale, and one of the better way to actually see what scale it is, let's go ahead and create a tree that you may use it in your other scenery. So you can have it some relation here. So let's look in. So here's my tree, and here's my terrain. So approximately I'm about right on that scale what I want to do. So let's go ahead right now and open my terrain for edit. I also don't want zero edges. What I want to do is see how I can distribute my plants according the river. It just go through the valley. So let's go create the river first. I will set 2D raise. Let's set inverse. Maybe just pop up size just slightly. And right here, it's what I'm doing. I'm actually creating in a valley, creating river, just going through mountains right here. Okay, so it's take a little bit time. Okay. Again, I want to go all the way down. So when I add water, next I have it maybe a little bit too sharp edges when I add. Here in the canyons is a little bit too sharp. I want to decrease this. You know what? Let's do increase slightly size and drop flow. And it just little bit sculpting going on right here. I'm just decreasing overall like this area, so it looks like almost the river eat it, path through here. Okay, pop up slightly flow so we have it a little bit faster. Again, this is some of the concept how you can do this in different ways. Right now, what I want to do, it's by the river, and I want to use it material painting to control my ecosystem. And we'll use it in other ones. We'll look how we can control with environment settings. So let's go right now. Okay, again, you can spend more time by zooming in and go precisely more with details working. And as usual, the more time you spend, the better result is become. So you can pay more attention to the details. So terrain look. Again, one nice things about by using procedures this way, even I am decreasing, we still have those nice details, because when we'll launch view rendering, it will recalculate all these fractals and add some details. Okay, next what I want to do right at this point, I want to actually take my okay, let me move slightly this way. Okay, I want paint over my terrain, and you remember how we're using materials. So I'll click 2D and just select any material because we can replace it afterwards. As well, let's look from bird view from above, and we can zoom out or in. And if you press your control button, you can do this, or if you press shift button, you can actually move it a little bit sliding. Okay, so let's decrease our size of brush to smaller size, about this way. And what I'm doing, I'm start painting, you notice right here on the edge of our water. Anytime you can just look sideways and see if the painting has got about right. So let's move it a little bit. Spray it this way. Okay, it's about right. Okay, now we rotate on this side and painting right here. At this moment, I don't really interested in painting material, as it will be our map where our distribution of our plants will be. So you notice I'm going just by the edge. Okay, let's click OK. And let's move our camera above so we can overview our river. This may be around right here. Okay, and we also can go ahead and add water to our layer. Render to screen. Let's preview. So right here you can notice where we painting our materials on a side with water going. Okay, next what we're going to do is open material editor, and we already have a distribution. So grass variation, or if you don't know which area, you always can enable your highlighters, click and preview. So right this area right here is where we want to distribute our plants. So let's select this layer and checkbox ecosystem. This will add additional layer for us for where we can put it our plants or any other that we wanted to distribute. So let's go ahead, add plants. And one thing what I want to use, this is not plants that default coming with Vue. Its additional pack was introduced recently on Cornucopia, but this has a very nice root system. So if you want, you can use those ones, or if you want, you can just use any other standard. So let's find something different. Click OK. It takes slightly a little bit time till the plants will load it inside the memory. After the plant is loaded, Vue will pre-caching. So if you use the same plant, it will be loading quite a bit fast. But as well, if you need reduce amount of memory Vue use, you always can go to File, Purge Memory, which will clear all that cache and allow you to use memory a little bit more conservative. Okay, at this point, if we click Populate, you notice we have only like 2 plants. So let's do a couple things. One, we'll go on density and increase density. Okay, we have a little bit more plants at this point. Okay, next, let's go to decrease influence of decay a little bit down to 1. Okay, and right now, and we can go preview. You can notice we have more plants just going right here on the side of our river. Yeah, let's go play a little bit maybe with the density and maybe pop up to 3. Let's see how much this will give it to us, because I want to have it plans, but maybe not that much, so we can see something going on the side. Okay, so right here we have it, our plant. Also at this point, if you want it, you can modify your variation, or if you want it, let's add additional layer example, and we'll just add soft dunes. Okay, we cannot multiple. Let's select something from rocks. Okay, and maybe select like moist rocks. So we'll do on the bottom them. We'll go to environment. In an environment, I want just set, put them on a lower level of this material. And as well, we can say I don't want to have them on a flat, just on a side. So in that case, you will notice when it's created, it will create just on the side of our where we paint materials. So by the water, sure. Okay, this way we can increase as well. So the preview, and I recommend also add on the top little bit fuzziness, so we have a little bit smoother right here. Point to this. Okay, as well as bumps. We can also merge them together. Next, let's till we here take our default and just change to something else, maybe the grass. Okay, and as well till we here we can add additional layer and maybe take same rocks just to make different. On this case in environment, let's put them on a higher altitude, so we'll have it actually a little bit different. And as well, when we have it grass, we can go ahead and also add ecosystem to this place. And let's go ahead, add plant. And as point, we can add something different. Like for example, we can take grasses. Just select some grass plant. And we can click populate. We'll see how many instances we have it. Sometimes if it's too large, you want to probably use it dynamic population. Also, let's go and increase density. See how many we have it right now. Okay, and let's preview our image. So at this point, you can see we already pre-created. Kind of we have a nice looking scenery right here with some grass, rocks, and you notice by creating those layers and say how they influence, they will influence also distribution of an ecosystem, like rocks, for example, right here, trees, and always the grass as well growing. So let's go click, okay, at this point, we'll take sea level. What I want to do, I want just slightly raise up. Okay, as well, till we here, let's change our water. I want make it kind of more dark in a way. Let's click OK. And maybe, you know what, just add something right here so we're covering. The one thing is we'll remember what we used before, what material. So we'll just go ahead. Maybe creating couple at this point. Okay, also let's change the material and something just for now so we can hold it colors right here. Okay, take our main camera. And positioning maybe around right here. Take sunlight. And this is actually small details. You can start kind of playing around with this and readjusting if you want it in a way you like it. Okay, I'll just switch a little bit more towards these lights. Let's go clouds, add some default clouds. So we have it a little bit nicer, and fog and haze. Let's pop up distance. So we have it preview a little bit better on this and increase a little bit fog. Okay, so here is our very fast rendering. Okay, you can see right here how we applied in a very fast way. We have a trees going along our river. Okay, we also distribute grass and kind of plants. So we create a very fast way, the river with the plants. Ways you don't plant by itself, you just tell system, ecosystem where to populate, control it. And our ecosystem did for us the old job. Okay, where's the right here, my camera? Actually, what I want to do, I want to bring just a little bit closer so we can look. Of course, in some cases, ecosystem, it's using kind of automated, some smart system populated. But in some cases, what you want to do, you want to actually go and manually maybe add or fix a couple places for your trees, you know, so they will positioning a little bit properly. You also, let me just render this image. Okay, for example, right here, we can work a little bit more on tightness. Okay, but again, this is image I was creating for a little bit more far away look. Okay, let's move a little bit far away. Look again, look a little bit more down so we can preview. Other ways, so you can also look on this. When you create with ecosystem, you can modify more tightness by increasing quality. So if we put up quality, also alignment will affect population. So you can see it will reduce, but it will make them a little bit more tight to the lines. Okay, and as well, if you want it, you can, if you click avoid overlapping this, I don't recommend for the plans, but it will work very well for the some buildings or stuff. So let's go ahead, preview small changes we applied, and you can see by adding a little bit better accuracy and everything, now the tree is more standing towards a line with drawing. So almost no trees now in the water that we just saw second ago when it was dispersing. So be sure if you want more tight to line, just increase quality and accuracy on ecosystem. Okay, let me set on the final preview. Let's render. And this will be for this part. And the next we'll look next part of the interaction ecosystem with terrains. We'll look how we can utilize by using environments in our terrain. Okay, so right here is our final image, and it's got a lot of details, but it's good beginning if you start working. Overall, what I want to show you in this tutorial, it's techniques how you can apply easy way trees along the your river, or other ways you can draw with your ecosystem population and use it. Thank you for watching this tutorial from Geek at Play Studio.